I was working for a very large museum in San Francisco, the De Young Museum in Golden Gate Park, and wanted to do an exhibition of the work of David Hockney. And I began working with him and his team, and we worked for about 1.5 years to produce this very large exhibition, David Hockney, A Bigger Exhibition. And subsequently, after the exhibition was over, it was a huge success, very successful book that I wrote and edited. He asked me to come and run his foundation in the US and in the UK, and the rest is history. The role of an artist foundation is to advance appreciation and understanding of the artist, his life, and his work. In particular, with an artist who's no longer alive, this is keeping the legacy alive. So there are 3 parts that one has to consider, and that is continuing to have the artist's work shown and in museums. And if you are still owning work by the artist, continuing to build a market for the artist's work, and then also to be in touch with the academic world, with professors and teachers, students, particularly graduate students, who you hope will advocate for research and writing on your artist to advance them in the canon of art history. While the artist is alive, it can be a very messy situation, literally and figuratively, because the artist is constantly changing and evolving, and one doesn't want to stop the artist from thinking and experimenting and continually innovating. So it's a more difficult situation while the artist is alive. And usually the artist wants to be involved in every decision and every aspect of what is happening with his work. After the artist is no longer alive, it becomes a very different situation, because it's more like running a museum, and the way you have to care for, conserve, protect not only the works of art, but also the legacy of the artist through his archives and through outreach to scholars, museums, and galleries. So there really becomes a moral responsibility that it exists, but not in the same sense as when the artist is no longer alive, that you treat the work in the same way that a museum would treat its collection, in the way you make decisions, in the way you care for it, and in the way you research it.